Alright, hello and welcome to Ben's OP Game Show, recorded live at 6 p.m. Pacific Time, twitch.tv/ The Game Fanatics. I know I probably sound like a robot to everyone actually listening in the Discord, but the stream's okay. Don't worry about it. On this week's show, we're going to be talking about Xbox Game Pass and, mostly, very excitingly, Monster Hunter World, which, if I can fucking click the goddamn thing, which came out today, and I happen to be pretty lucky in that I often don't work Fridays, which I guess doesn't come up too often as a fun.
That's perfect for new game releases.
Yeah, since a lot of games, especially Nintendo games, happen to come out on Friday, and so I spent pretty much the whole day playing Monster Hunter World. I'm over 11 hours.
Wow.
Into the game.
Here I am making my first character.
Yeah, well, I don't know why you would make
I spent a good 45 minutes making my character.
Yeah, I spent at least 25 minutes just making the character. It's such a good character creator. But this was, so I started playing the game with the character creator, and it has, tutorials and stuff, and then you keep going through the missions, and it was, 4 hours went by. This is a really good game, guys. It took out all the nonsense. Just there's no. It's not. Oh, you gotta hunt there's a Rathios over there, but to get to that, you gotta do 6 missions. Like this one's find 10 mushrooms, and this one's kill 3 of these lizards. You're like, why? Why am I doing any of this?
Yeah, it's so mundane and tedious.
Yeah, it's so.
I like fetch quests sometimes, though.
Yeah, but all the main missions in this are fight a damn monster.
And that's what we want. We're playing Monster Hunter,
Yeah.
not Fetch Mushrooms Hunter.
And even all the other, there was a quest I did recently which was harvest 20 cactus flowers or something, and it was kind of nice because I wasn't hunting something. And it's reverse. Oh yeah, let's take a chill quest here for once. Let's not fight this guy I fought 9 times and I keep killing him, and I'm trapping him, to do those quests. You get these other things. I don't know if they've been in other Monster Hunter games. I don't think so, but there's these kind of side objectives. I don't know exactly what they calls them, but you can activate as many as you have unlocked, and then you go to the quest screen and you just go into them, and they're just more quests. It's oh, just kill one of these. You can only die twice though. Oh, kill this and this. Okay, kill 2 of these. All right, I'll just go do it. And I just been doing that all day, just doing all these random quests over and over, cutting off this thing's tail, finding a weird way to get the 2 things to fight and seeing them kill each other. And so far, it hasn't been too difficult or even too, I need this armor. I have to go grind for this armor. I haven't been grinding for anything yet, which is awesome, but it seems like that's just around the corner. Because the thing I stopped at was the fight in the beta, the fight against the T-Rex guy. I'm up to him, and I tried him, and I got him to limping, and then I died. And so that
I'm excited to jump in.
Yeah, that didn't
I
work
wish I
out
could have
so
been
well.
playing this all day.
I'm telling you, it was a nice day. It was a real nice day, and the game's beautiful. I mean, if you guys played the beta with me, so I'm just glad that it lives up to that beta. This is exactly what the game is. I haven't even played it online. It's just been a ton of fun to go and kill monsters, even the same monsters I've hunted before, which is something I always didn't like about Monster Hunter. I was like, I don't want to hunt that thing again and again and
Repeating the
again.
monsters.
Over again.
Yeah, but in this one, it doesn't take 20 minutes to hunt the same monster. It could be like a 5-10 minute quest, and you're done. It seems like you get a ton of loot, even if it's not necessarily that much. It's here's 5 scales or whatever, but it seems like a lot of stuff as opposed to, I only got 1 tooth of the dragon man that you might need. And you can even...
Dragon Man.
The dragon man, he's a monster. If you go to the blacksmith guy, you can make kind of a reminder. So if you want to make this weapon, you set a reminder for it, and then the game will just tell you when you have all the stuff to make it. So you wouldn't have to go back to the blacksmith and like check your inventory. You just know, I want to make this. I need to grind for this item. I'm just going to do it, and the game will tell me when I'm done, which is, I think, super cool.
That is cool.
Yeah, and I'm excited to talk more about this game with you guys once you've played it.
I know. Let's end the stream so we can play.
Oh my god.
Show was canceled.
I've played enough of it. I'm not going to play anymore today.
You're the worst.
It's a lot, man. It's too much. It's probably way too much. And I want to play more of it. It's so damn good. So you have any questions about the waste of day I did?
I mean, I wasted my day at work, I guess. I spent like, cause I listen to like podcasts and stuff like that all day just to get through work.
Mm-hmm.
And I probably spent half the day listening to like reviews and guides and like beginner tips and tricks and all this stuff for Monster Hunter. And I've forgotten most of it already, but there's some things I've kept like in my head that I need to remember. Really, I'm excited to find the weapons that I'm gonna use, and gosh, you know,
and just follow their progression in the.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing is you don't want to start with one, get like a few missions in, and then change it up unless you know those are the two weapons you're gonna use, because there's gonna be like rare, resources and stuff like that you want to use. That I don't know if you could even go back and get. I'm sure you can farm some of the stuff, but you just don't want to waste time leveling up a different, strengthen up the wrong thing.
I can see that, but at least in this one, I've only upgraded my main sword twice, technically.
Okay.
Were there... So, Ben.
Yes.
Was there any memorable moments from today's 11-hour session?
Oh, yeah, 11 hours. It wasn't one session. It was like 4 sessions. Wondruff in the chat, I'm playing on the PS4 Pro, and I have it set to prioritize graphics, and it runs pretty damn solid. Very little problems with that, and it looks great. So I don't know about the Xbox performance. But memorable moments to me was in the desert area that was in the beta, and that stone monster and the sea monster. The sea monster you didn't have to fight, but you could fight him in the beta. And I was fighting the sea monster guy, and the stone monster guy just shows up. I don't know their actual names. And the sea monster guy who flips and flops around, he's underground, seemingly. Even if it's dirt, he's swimming in it. I don't really understand. And he goes onto the stone man and like serpentines up him. Like some weird Studio Ghibli like animation bizarro, and takes him down. And it was so cool just to watch them in the distance. Like, I'm watching these creatures fight. I love it. I love watching these creatures fight. It's the closest we're getting to like a really cool Godzilla game, too.
Like kaiju, yeah.
Yeah, the kaiju game. That'd be a better way to put it. But
considering how big some of these monsters that you fight.
Oh, yeah. There's a lot of pretty cool moments, especially like following the main story, which is pretty straightforward, and like I said, doesn't have a lot of filler in it. There's some pretty cool moments that are in these cutscenes with your character running around doing stuff. It's like I just want to watch and see where it goes. It's awesome. Delphox, stop it. I don't know what you're doing. Over there.
Alliterations is what he's doing.
I know. I'm fighting right now on stream. I'm fighting this giant lizard thing. There's been some really cool, like one of the best parts of the game, and it was in the beta, was how it takes the screenshot of the very last hit. And there's been some really cool screenshots that I just keep saving all of them.
Yeah, and that was something that's always been in the Monster Hunter games, and it's always fun to see that final hit screenshot.
Yeah, but in this one it seems more often than not I'm like jumping through the air or something ridiculous. One time I was it didn't even look like I was hitting him, but I'm flying through the air, and maybe the Palico killed him, so I'm like missing. Some pretty good fights. I've also really enjoyed something I didn't like before, which was the capture quests. It gives you a trap, and it gives you the trank whatever, and it's a lot of fun to see. And like, okay, is this monster all the way down? I was fighting this one guy who doesn't limp. He just starts like trying to fly and dive bombing and kind of rolling around. I'm like, I think he's really low on health, but I don't know. He's not limping, but he's acting really reckless, right? It's like, oh, I figured it out, because one time I just killed him. I was like, oh, he didn't even start limping. I figured that out.
He was just drunk.
He was just drunk, and okay, I'll set a shock trap and throw a bunch of shit on the floor, and I'll get him. And it was an awesome moment to take that down. And this was, I mean, as someone who hasn't really played a Monster Hunter since Freedom Unite, and even then,
Oh, I loved Freedom Unite.
I mean, that was years ago, so I don't really remember. So all these monsters are basically new to me.
Yeah,
And it's
they definitely
awesome.
are.
Yeah, and it's awesome to see them like that. Like I don't know what it is, but it's this giant like electric lizard man. That was an awesome fight because he's flying around and jumping everywhere. Delphox, it came out today. Oh, that was that was a cool moment. I was fighting this guy, and this other the monster that's on the screen right now showed up, and I didn't know he was there. He just pops up out of nowhere, and his tail spits poison, and it's like engorged, and it just spews poison everywhere. I was like, he came out of nowhere and did that. It was amazing. I had no idea what was happening.
Oh, cool. I get to feel bad today. Don't feel bad, Delphox.
Yeah, don't feel
You could always
bad.
catch up.
Yeah, you could catch up. I certainly,
Oh.
I'll play the game again.
Delphox, what the hell is Pokemon Showdown? What is this?
We are all curious.
What is this that you're playing?
Is it like a knockoff like browser RPG Pokemon game?
I would guess that.
That was my impression.
I don't know. It solved the mystery.
Or I should say first thought was browser based.
Yeah. The only problem I have is still something Monster Hunter's kind of always had. It's not as bad, but you can get kind of lost in these areas, especially the jungle, where it's so many tiers. You have no idea. Like, is it down? Is the monster
Yeah.
up?
I can see that, but I think like as you play more, you get a feel for it.
Yeah, I mean, some of these monsters I've fought like 9-10 times. Obviously the earlier ones, but so I get to know, oh, this is their little base over here, and this is where he'll go when he's really hurt. And I like learning all that stuff. I like fighting them. It never. I remember playing Freedom Unite, and with a party of 4, it taking 30-40 minutes to do these things.
Yeah, I remember some of those quests were just so damn long.
And it was ridiculous. And in this one, the only time I've ever had that happen is when I'm screwing around. A lot of these quests are just like 15 minutes, 10 minutes, and that's,
Yep.
and it'll give you 40 minutes to do it, but it's not going to take that long if you're actually fighting it. I love it. I can't wait to play it with you guys. I think we're going
Yeah,
to
me too.
have
I'm
a lot
super
of fun.
pumped.
Sunday fun day.
Sunday,
Yeah.
Sunday,
We're going to hunt
Sunday.
a ton of crap. Play another 11 hours
I'm playing it right now.
of the game. Well, you're probably still
I was
making your
playing it.
character, though.
I am making a character. It's quite extensive.
It is quite
Yeah,
extensive.
How
It was fun though. I don't think I've ever had so much fun with a character creator since like Mass Effect 2, I think.
Yeah, it's one of the best character creators in recent memory for sure. Way better. I told you I'd play the game with you, Delphox. Don't you pity me. I said that
I had
like
to
a
put it
month
down.
ago.
We'll all play. You could be our fourth Delphox.
There you go.
There you go. Boom. I had to put it down while we're doing the podcast because I just kept like staring at it.
It's so
I-
damn cool.
So I just put it down. And I was like, I'll just,
It's so good. All right. We got to move on. We'll talk
Wait, did
about...
Delphox ever answer the Pokemon question?
No, he didn't.
Yeah.
He just ignores us.
You bastard.
He doesn't want to be outed.
Doesn't want to be outed. He's like playing some bootleg Pokemon game. Don't want to get
That's
arrested.
why I want to know if it's like Pokemon Uranium.
Ooh, I downloaded that.
Pokemon Uranium.
I have it downloaded.
Yeah.
I don't know if it still works or not. I haven't gone to open it up.
I know. Well, as soon as I was like, they're going to take this down. Download.
Yeah.
But I could talk about Monster Hunter World all day. Let's move on. Ask Delphox the question again.
What the fuck are you playing?
What's Pokemon Showdown?
What is Pokemon Showdown? I'm like waiting to answer. We're like silent because we're waiting for the
I know.
answer.
I'm preparing the next. I'm setting up the next video, so I'm like, yeah, just keep talking to him about whatever.
I know. Yeah.
While the robot voice happens. Oh, and I also need to change the text here. So, like, Delphox, now's the perfect time to tell us what the hell this Pokemon game is.
Oh, I was watching a Heart Gold, no, Soul Silver speedrun from I think last year's AGDQ, and so I was like, you know what? I wonder what it takes to speedrun one of these games. So I went to like speedrun.net or whatever, and I looked up that game, like the guide, and I started looking at it, and I was like, holy shit, this is gonna be to like learn first of all how to speedrun a game is insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, for a lot of games in particular.
I want to look at what are some of the easiest games to speedrun, and I want to try to learn one this year.
That's what I'm going to do with Resident Evil 4.
Oh, yeah, you should learn how to speedrun.
It's
that
probably
one.
the game I know the most and isn't super long.
That's what I was thinking, is what game do I know the most? And one of them I was thinking of was Infamous Second Son, but that's really boring. So
Yeah, I don't
to
know.
look at something different. I don't know. Gosh, I'm gonna have to look at some games that I could see myself playing over and over again to learn.
That's the other thing. I was like, I could play Resident Evil 4 forever, so I don't mind playing it to
Here's Delphox. Let's see.
train.
It's
It's
basically a Pokemon battle simulator thing where you set up your team to each point. You set the EVs, IVs, nature items, abilities, moves, everything, and you basically just fight in different. I go on, test out some Pokemon. Okay, that's not as interesting.
no one knows what any of that means.
Yeah, this is a letdown.
I know what it
I was
means.
hoping.
I mean, I
was
know what it
hoping for,
means,
like,
but I don't know what it means.
Yeah, I was hoping for some sort of like Pokemon Uranium alternative or
Plutonium.
I'm very let down.